Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to this of the last of the Galactic Wargames for this decade. And as we all anticipated, the humans have shown us that they are the unexpected underdogs of this Galactic Wargames as they faced off against 7 different species in the first round. And they will only be facing off against 5 in this round, but they will be facing off against the winners of the other planetoids that were taken. Now, in case anyone was questioning why they're facing less opponents this time, is that is 2 different species have simply bowed out, claiming they do not have the resources to continue on the Galactic Wargames and have disqualified themselves. This is not to be unexpected, as the humans have shown that they can kick some serious behinds. That is not to be a pun on the actual behind race. With that, everyone is getting ready. The humans are getting into position and getting ready to drop. It is of note that they were not able to change any of what they had. They were not able to refit at all. They were not able to add any ordnance. They were not able to change out even pilots. What you have from the previous games, if you did poorly, you are pretty much done. You will not have anything extra on planet to go against the opposing forces. With everyone getting ready and everyone in position, it is time to continue. And there they go. There is the signal, and down they head towards the planet. That is all of them. Wait a minute. Why are the Mayani? Why are they not descending? Okay, we do not have... we don't know if they didn't get the signals or they are simply waiting, but everyone has been given the signal. It is not very wise to go there and hang out and not be able to deploy your walking vehicles right off the bat, because, ladies and gentlemen, the more you have in the fight, the better off you are. That is just common practice and what I would consider common sense, but maybe the Mayani actually have something up their sleeve. We will see, ladies and gentlemen. As everyone is heading down towards the planet, it seems like the humans are making their best speed. They are going down. They must be pushing at least 2 to 2.5 Gs on the way down, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how their bodies are able to take that much pressure, ladies and gentlemen, but they are going down beyond terminal velocity, only using their fusion torches to slow them down just enough, ladies and gentlemen, so they do not go kersplat on the ground. It is of note that this planet is a desert world, at least for about 80% of it. After the Grante decided to, well, simply blow themselves up and torch 80% of their planet, their lush green world has 80% desert, and the rest is nothing but jungle, deep and dense jungle. What the humans call a rainforest. For those of us, we call a precipitation pile. It is what it is. Human phrases are odd, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, I am picking up a few of them the more we work with them, and it seems like this is going to be happening more and more often. We are watching as they're going down, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, they are launching their fighters on the way down. I don't know how they do this while keeping their pilots in one piece. You would figure their spine would go through their brain and their butt at the same time, but they have figured this out. Ladies and gentlemen, they are going off with a whole bunch of ordnance attached to them. It looks like they have realized that they cannot go with just a specific type of ordnance, and they are seemingly loaded to take down anyone. And as they go down, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a very interesting fight, as the other species have shown that they can hold their own, taking minimal losses, and everyone believed that the humans would not be able to get at least one of their ships back into space within the allotted time. However, it has been shown that their ability to control the damage is just paralleled to no one. It is absolutely astounding, and as I look at the same ship that was struck so many times, I can see a few of the welding marks, ladies and gentlemen, but I cannot tell that this thing was torn open before it was sent into space. Folks, I've got nothing. This is just amazing what these humans can do. It is absolutely astounding. And as they head towards the ground, we expect things to get very lively very quick. And as they're about 2 minutes from the surface... What? What do you mean there's something already down there? Ladies and gentlemen, this is supposed to be a dead world. There's not supposed to be anything living on it. We're getting reports that there is actually something moving on the ground. We're trying to get cameras down there as fast as we can, but our cameras are only so quick. And below the humans, there is something under the sand, ladies and gentlemen. What is that? Something is moving towards where the humans are about to land. It seems as though something is about to try and get itself up and over. Yes, there is something actually piercing out of the sand. It seems, yes, that is a walker. That is a walker. What the heck is a Cram Peak walker doing down there already? The Cram Peak have not even landed yet. How did they get their folks down to the ground? Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have to look into this a lot closer. But it seems as though they're getting ready to fire up at the humans. And the humans are simply, they slowed down. They simply slowed down. They're not coming down as quick. And they seem to be adjusting their formation. The Cram Peak walker, though very, very large, is very insectoid in nature, very much like their creators, and it seems as though it is trying to raise its main weapon. Its main weapons are usually attached to their heads. They are fixed weapon systems, and what are the... Oh, geez, folks, those without a video connection, understand that right now the humans just turned one of their ships towards it and cranked up their fusion engines, and I'm watching the entire Krempek walker being melted into slag as we see it. Oh, not even an injection pod. They didn't even have a chance. Those fusion torches burn at several 100,000 degrees. It is, oh no, there goes the engine. It just blew, and any ordnance that was inside must have gone with it, because there is several different explosions rocking down the body, and it seems like the humans are only simply adjusting where they're going to land a little bit. And yet they are, and they've already started touching down, and they started getting their weapon blisters open and their weapons out. This looks like the standard circle that they had, a certain perimeter, so that they can make sure that they have maximum firepower out, ladies and gentlemen. They have their aircraft in the air already. Looks like most of them, our latest count is around 35, 30. So they have about 20 more left to come out. And it looks like they are wasting no time, as the ramps are down, the gates are up, and their walkers are coming out, ladies and gentlemen. And they're coming out quick. It seems as though they are in a major rush to get themselves back down onto the planet so they can get their weapons out. And I'm being given messages here. This is strange, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like the Mayani, they're trying to actually land next to the human. This doesn't make much sense, ladies and gentlemen. We're bringing cameras up, and wow, okay, sure enough, the Mayani are actually coming down towards the humans. It looks like they're trying to use the same tactic, but the Mayani don't use fusion torches. I don't know what their plan is. The gates are open, ladies and gentlemen. The sides are open. It looks like they're trying to deploy early. Why would they try to deploy early? It's strange, ladies and gentlemen. I don't understand the thought process here, but they're jumping. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't think anybody but the humans would try this, but they are actually jumping out the side, and they're trying to land basically right next to the humans. They're trying to fire on the way down, but it seems like the human weapon blisters are firing already. They are firing back up, and it looks like the air assets are coming in an extreme rush. They are firing everything they have. I can see everything tucked under their wings and coming out of their bellies, just flying out in a massive group of ordnance using some sort of chemical propellant, and it is smashing into their main ship. It is smashing into... They're wavering. They're wavering. It seems like part of their motors have begun to fail. They are seemingly staggering away. It looks like they're trying to actually slow down, gain some altitude, but I don't think they can, ladies and gentlemen. It is tilting sideways. It is listing. It is listing hard. It's going down, ladies and gentlemen. It is going down sideways. It looks like it's going to land right on its starboard side. It's going to crash into the desert. That is such a large ship to go. Ladies and gentlemen, ejection pods are everywhere as it's coming down. Oh no. You guys, get to the pods, get out of there. And it looks like, their pods are coming out like crazy, but it's down. We just saw it crush itself. About a third of the ship has just crushed itself against the surface of the planet. It looks as though the other ships are trying desperately to adjust themselves, but they don't seem to have a choice. They are within weapons range of the human ships, and it seems like the human ships are wasting absolutely no time. A lot of ordnance is coming up. Major amounts of ordnance. Looks like long-range rocket-propelled projectiles, and a lot of those cannons are just firing over and over as fast as they can. Other energy weapons are just flying out like mad, and it seems like, yes, they even have some sort of ordnance flying out, some sort of autocannon. It looks like it's a rotating barrel as it's firing, and it seems like they're just taking down each of the ships as they're trying to make their way out. And yet another one is going down. Another one is going down. It seems like they're trying to ground their ships as fast as they can. They are coming down. They are going to hit hard. Wow, they are going to hit seriously hard. That's one ship has already been crushed. Another one is going to land hard. I don't know if they're going to be able to actually open their ship after this. And it is down. It just belly landed, and it's scooting around, and oh, it just cracked in half. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, they might just call it right there for their species, ladies and gentlemen. The Mayani have just tried desperately to do a type of drop using hot engines, trying to land on top, just kind of a rush to try and get in, but it looks like the humans had the same idea, and they just sent all their ordnance up at the same time. It looked like all their aircraft, yes, they are still up. It seems like they're going in. They seem to be masters of the sky. They are definitely going toe-to-toe with all the different fighters, and it looks like they're using some sort of strange ballistic weapon out of their aircraft, and it is just cutting through the enemy fighters. Oh boy, they're just wow. And oh, that's interesting. Yes, you did see that right, ladies and gentlemen. They did blast one, and it spun out and hit another one of its comrades, and they have both ejected, thankfully. But I guess that's a buy one get one free for you today. This is absolutely insane. The Mahani are absolutely decimated. Out of the 6 ships they're allowed to bring down, I count, let's see, 1 on its side, 1 belly landed and snapped in half. You got 2 more that look like they're completely out of it. They are just smoking, and the other 2 are simply just, well, they're outside of the range of the energy weapons, and it looks like they're going to be out of range of the aircraft. The aircraft looked like they used up all their ordnance to take down the other ships, so I don't know what they can do, but oh, I forgot about the cannons. And they are, one of the Mahani ships just exploded. Great maker, there's nothing left. There is nothing left. They must have struck the engine compartment or something, because the whole thing just exploded like a soda can. Oh, geez, I hope they're going to be smart. I really hope they're going to be smart, and yes, we are receiving word. The Mayani have surrendered. They have surrendered. They have put up the code, and there is the flare. There is the flare, the red flare, and then the black flare. Yes, they are not only surrendering, but they are calling for medical assistance, and the humans have actually ceased fire. Thankfully for them, they have been able to face them down. It is absolute insanity down there, ladies and gentlemen. Their gamble, the Mayani's gamble, has failed, and the humans have shown that even with just their ships and their aircraft, they can actually take down the assaulting ships that are coming. This is something else, ladies and gentlemen. I did not expect the humans to show this much tenacity. As we look around, we can see the Shank, the Kemprick, the Thyrene, and the Glick have all made it down to the surface and are disembarking right now. It does not seem like they are in any way, shape, or form going at each other, as the Kemprick and the Glick are almost right next to each other. Hell, they could probably wave to each other and they'll see each other. They are very close. It looks like they're trying to join forces as much as possible. Both of them are another insectoid race, and they all have the 6 legs. They seem to be coming up, and yes, it seems like they are spinning up all their walkers, and their walkers are coming with their 6 legs. Ladies and gentlemen, they are favorites for a reason. They were the only ones to able to take any of the ordnance hits from the humans and keep going. Even though their vehicles are jointed in the center to add to mobility, They are extremely well armored and very well armed. If they actually got close, they were in fact able to take down one of the walkers in the second war games the humans were a part of. They were able to take down one of the ones that puts out all that heavy fire, all those cannons and all those missiles on it. A little fragile for a human device, but it sure seemed to work really well. It seems as though the humans are disembarking. Most of everything they have is the large walkers, but it seems like they have a bunch of small ones too, and the small ones are taking off in just about every single direction. They're going, they're going, they're going, they're gone. We don't even see them. Holy jeez, they move fast. Our cameras can't even keep up with them, ladies and gentlemen. This is insane. I don't know what they put in those things. I'm guessing rocket fuel in the pilot, but it's just gone. They are just extremely quick. We've seen that their small walkers are very, very fast, very, very agile, but cannot take a hit. They're only used for harassment and recon, so that gives the other species a chance. As we see, the Glick and the Chemprek, since the Chemprek actually lost one of theirs already, that was set up as a trap, it looks like them and the Glick are lining up, and it looks like they're going to make a charge towards the humans. And as we look, we can, yes, the human cannons are adjusting. It seems as though they know where the enemy of their, it's just, oh, how do they know this? And, oh, I can't believe I missed this, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like they still have aircraft in the air. I'm guessing these aircraft have some very good radars, even though for some reason the rest of the species cannot pick them up on any type of sensor or radar system. It is surprising how stealthy these fighters can actually be. Even though it looks like they're having to VTOL their way into the base to get rearmed as fast as possible. We'll see how long that takes. With that much ordnance being spewed, I don't know how fast they can actually rearm all their fighters. But then again, looking at the way the humans operate, I wouldn't put anything past them. It seems like the Glick are the first ones to move, with the Chempak right behind them. They are moving rather fast, actually. They're not moving as fast as the humans' small walkers, but they're definitely going to be able to keep pace with the larger ones. But it looks as though a bunch of the larger ones, about half of them, are going to face off against the Glick and the Chempak in open combat. This is going to be a first for everyone, as this desert does not give a lot of cover, and the human walkers are very tall. The Glick and the Chempak are actually much lower to the ground, which is going to give them a better chance to actually take the humans down. We'll have to see how it is. It's not going to take long before they're there. As they go, we're going to look over to the Shank, and the Shank look like they have changed their style of walkers to a four-legged walker now. Boy, that thing is tall. Boy, that thing's blocky too. It looks like they've taken a few cues off the humans, as they have done what the humans put theirs in, and as the humans call it, industrial chic. And it seems as though they are walking fairly slow, but not super slow. They are very, very tall. All four legs, and they have most of the weapons on the front. Some sort of strange turret up there. And it seems as though they are moving slowly towards them. It looks like they have a couple small ones as support, but it doesn't look like they're going to be spending them out like they did with the humans. The human small ones are still doing their recon checks. We can barely see half of them. It's crazy how fast they move, and they seem to be calling in all over. And yes, we're still looking at the Thylene. The Thylene, it seems like they're taking their time. They are offloading some very, very large items. It's, well, that's odd. Yes, they do have their standard walkers coming out, and these walkers are, well, three-legged, for lack of a better term, if you want to call those legs. And they are quite large, but they are very, very slow. The Thylene are all about power, and during their own battle, they were able to take the rest of their opponents down out of just sheer force. They lost absolutely no units, and they were able to take down all enemies. So it is chance that the Thylene are going to be the #1 force to take on the humans as far as power goes. But everything they have is moving very slow due to mass. Straight up mass. It looks like the larger it is, the slower everything moves, which makes perfect sense because physics is still a thing. And as I've been talking, the Glick and the Chempak have been getting closer and closer to the humans. It looks as though the humans are getting the... Yes, they are. Yep, there go the missiles. Yes, everyone expected this. The first volley is missiles. As they're going over, they're arching over, and it looks like the Clem Pack don't have as good anti-missile defection as the others do. The Glick do. They are firing massively up there, but I don't think they could stop that much ordnance coming down, ladies and gentlemen. They are just coming down in massive volleys as they come in arching over those dunes. And yes, we have strikes on both of them. Strikes, direct strikes on both of them. It seems as though they're able to hold at least one hit. They seem to be wobbling and falling over with their main gun falling to the side. But they are attempting to get back up. They are trying to get back up on all 6 legs, but it looks like a few of them have lost their legs. And oh shoot, direct hit into the cockpit. Oh, we feel bad for those crew. Oh shoot. Yeah, well, at least the tail gunner went up. There goes his ejection pod. And the sky is full of not only missiles arching in, but also ejection pods are going up all over the place. Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolute pandemonium down there, and they should be in visual range very, very shortly. And as they get there, yes, the Chempak are firing their main guns. They're trying to use them as a makeshift mortar, firing and trying to arch. And it seems like, yes, they have landed a couple strikes on the human machines, but it seems like I don't know how else to say this, but the shot is very shallow. The shallow shot has caused many of their ordnance shot to actually deflect. And with that, oh, I know, I've seen this before. The humans have stopped, they have lined up, and a few of theirs are getting their main guns ready, and it looks like they're going to return the artillery in kind. And there it goes, ladies and gentlemen. They have fired their volley, and oh, here it comes. And splashing all over the place. Oh, massive damage on that side. It seems like the Glick were the ones who took the direct hit on that one. The Chempak seem to have gotten off fairly easily, and it looks like they have sped up to as fast as they can go, ladies and gentlemen. They are moving as fast as they possibly can go in order to get there. They're trying to close the distance, get them within better weapons range, because the only thing that can touch them right now is the Glick's main weapon and the Chempak's main weapon, that strange cannon on top. But they are trying desperately to try and get closer to get some of their other ordnance in. And they are firing. I don't know if it's doing any damage. It seems like these type of pulse energy weapons that they seem to have tried to copy off of humans are only burning a little bit of the paint. I don't know. The humans might take that personally if you damage their vehicles, because it seems like they take a lot of things personal. And here come the humans, and yes, they are charging in. I think they just said to hell with it. Oh, you never want a human to say those magic words. A human that just says, fuck it, is actually bad. We're still trying to figure out the translation on that, by the way. But you never want a human to say that. You ever hear a human say, fuck it, then run. Run as fast as you can. Run, fly, hop, whatever you have to do. Get away from the human, because they're about to do something very dangerous and very, very crazy. And it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. They're coming in at full speed. It looks like they're about running as they're moving in, firing desperately into the Glick and the Chempak. The Chempak seem to be getting a whole lot closer, but they are going down at an extremely fast rate. It seems like they're trying desperately to fire into this, but it seems like, yep, we see steam coming from all of the walkers, ladies and gentlemen, all of them. It doesn't matter if it's Chempak, Glick, or human. They are burning up. And pretty soon, you know what it's going to be. It's going to be a melee, and we all know humans have a very, very strong penchant for hitting things. And yet, here it comes. Here it comes. The first one, and strike. Yes, it is knocked over a Chempak vehicle. It hasn't totally taken it out, but what? Oh, really? It has lifted up its right foot, has paused for a moment, and down it comes, and ejection pod's out right before the foot landed. And yes, it has crushed the center section, the soft part of the armor, and it is done. That vehicle is done. More ejection pods are going up across the field as we are speaking, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like the humans are taking a little bit of damage. A couple of the arms don't seem to be working as well as they would like, as they have started to slow down, but they are still taking everything. I see autocannons firing at a rapid rate. I see energy weapons across, streaks of blue and green and red and pulses of every different color coming across. Oh, folks, this is absolute craziness. This is absolute insanity, and it looks like, yes, The Glick and the Chempak are trying desperately to back up. They are trying like crazy to back up away from the humans, trying to get any type of distance. First they were trying to close it, now they're trying to get the hell away. Oh, it looks like they're actually scared, and yet the Chempak have sent up their flares. They have sent up their flares, and we are receiving it right now. They have surrendered. They have called it off. They have called their people, and they are standing down. The humans are also only focusing on the Glick, and the Glick, I don't know how long they're going to last. They seem to be able to put a couple of the human vehicles down a little bit, with their main guns at least. But it looks like their energy weapons, even though they're a decent pulse energy weapon, doesn't seem to be doing much to the armor. It's actually kind of crazy. You can actually see, just watch as this weapon is fired into the closest one of the human's machines. It's just standing there. I swear, inside they're doing that horrible, horrible noise they call laughing. I don't know what the whole idea is. He's moving his arm and lining up, and oh, there's one of those faster than sound shots that came out. Oh, clean through. Clean through. And ejection pod's going, wait a minute, ejection pod's going up. Why? Hold on, we're adjusting the camera now. And it seems as though, yeah, the human actually just cleaved off the legs on one side. It didn't actually aim center mass. That's strange, but the Glick seem to still trying to be back up as much as possible, moving all 6 legs on their machines, but they don't seem to have any response for the humans, and the Glick have just called it off. They have called it off. There's the flare, and we have received the signal. And wow, that was a hell of a fight, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like they are trying desperately to get their own folks, and the humans are turning and heading back home. They are not sticking around at all. They only can move as fast as their slowest one, and it looks like one of those bulbous ones with a long head has taken leg damage, and it looks like it's being slow. 3 of its comrades are holding next to it, and the rest are heading back. It seems like they have no interest, as it looks like, yes, the Thyrene and the Shank are still coming. They're coming, but they're very, very slow. Very, very slow. I wonder what the Thyrene actually have planned, as most of their vessels or vehicles are very, very bulbous and very, very slow. I don't know what they have planned for this. They are actually just about as full of surprises as the humans are. And it looks like the Shank are going to reach there first, and it looks like, yes, they are firing at a much longer distance. They are actually firing on the ships. But it looks like the humans have already gotten another group of their walkers in position. It doesn't seem as though they have as much air support as they would really like, but they do have at least one of their cannons firing, and it is very accurate, because there goes one of the walkers. It has just exploded. The whole body has just exploded, and it caused a reaction that goes straight towards the front turret, and the front turret has actually blown to the side, and there it goes, falling down, drifting down, and splat. Okay, yeah, unfortunately no ejection pods on that one. I don't think they realized what was going on. But they are actually managing to outrange the energy weapons of the humans. They are able to actually take the hits from the missiles. This is surprising, ladies and gentlemen. I did not think they had the armor that was actually strong enough for that, to handle the blast. But it looks like the humans are going to have to come up with something else. Maybe it's the distance. Maybe the atmosphere is slowing down the lasers or making them less powerful. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, but it seems as though the Shank are going to get in range of their large weapons. If they are able to get their heavier pulse weapons up and running and close enough, they can start taking out human vessels with 1 or 2 shots. We've seen this happen before, but they've never brought in this particular weapon system before, because this is from a bygone era where everything was about heavy ordnance. Now everything is about speed. But maybe they decided to take an idea off the humans and actually play an old-fashioned game. I don't know what the idea was, folks, but it is absolute craziness, and it looks like they're going to be close. They have about 4 or 5 minutes before they are within range of the human ships. The humans have just fired another one of their large cannons, and unfortunately only one of them can line up a shot because of the way they're set up. And it looks like that is the one that the Shank are heading for. It looks like they want to take this one out, and it looks like, yes, they are getting engaged by the rest of the humans that are there. They don't have any fighter support, but they have more than enough walking vehicles. They have at least 80 of them there, and it's getting nasty. It's getting nasty. Let's get a view down here a little closer, and yes, here's one with the ballistic arm. It seems like it's lining up a shot. Really, from that distance? I don't think it's going to do much, but we'll see what's going on. Oh, there it goes, and straight through the front. Straight through the front and right out its butt. It just skewered one of the Shank's weapon systems in one hit. The ejection pods are going up because anyone inside is just saying to hell with that, and they are out of there. And down it goes. No ordnance has exploded. That is a dummy munition. There is no explosive with it. And it is gone. Down it goes. It is complete and total done. Oh, and everywhere else we're seeing the same thing, folks. We are saying absolutely the same thing. And as one of those mechanical beasts that we used to see on the very first Galactic Wargames gets up close, it seems like it's coming up towards the side. Can they actually get through the legs? Those legs look pretty sturdy, and this looks like it's lining up a shot for something. And oh, the central cannon. I forgot about they still had that. The central cannon in the torso has just fired, and it has blown the leg off. Oh, completely off. And down, tumbling it goes. Oh, look out, here it comes. And oh, okay, yeah, well, it just landed on one of the mechanical behemoths and knocked it over. Hopefully it's going to be able to get up, because that's a lot of firepower. I don't think the humans want to lose, even though they're down to just the Shank and the Thylene at this point. They're desperately trying to keep the Shank at bay, but the Thylene are slowly making their way from the other side, and I don't know if they actually have enough firepower to take down the humans. This is absolute pandemonium. It looks like the humans have again closed the distance as best they could, but they are just peppering everything at the range, the maximum range of their weapons. I see ordnance going flying left and right, autocannons firing all over the place. It looks like these four-legged walkers are just not able to maneuver themselves right. It looks like every time one of them loses even one of its legs, down it goes, and it cannot maintain. Oh, it looks like, yep, they have just blown the foot off another one, and it has tripped forward and smashed into the ground. Oh, geez, it's right like they wrapped the legs up in a cable or something. Down it went, and ejection pods up all over the place. I don't think they have much, and it's, oh, great maker, oh, great maker. It looks like the humans are actually slowly taking turns. They're actually firing in turns, which kind of makes sense. We're looking close, and we can see that many of their energy weapons are actually glowing. Even in the middle of the day, folks, I can see them glowing red and white hot. I don't know how long they can keep this up and not have the weapon system completely fry itself, but it is going to be absolutely insane, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, this is crazy. But we're looking over. The Thylene should be getting within, but they don't really have enough, I don't think, to take them down. And as they're making it way through the old town, one of the small towns that had not been taken down by the loss of the native species, I don't know what they can bring to the table here, folks, that can actually face off against the humans. The humans look like they're about to finish off the Shank, and the Shank are... The Shank are pretty much done. I'm not even watching close anymore as the Thylene are getting close. And what? No, you're serious. Hold on. Folks, we've just learned that something's going on in the town. We're getting cameras in there. We're getting close. And there's the Thylene force. Again, they have the numbers, but I don't think they have the firepower to actually take down the humans. They're just outside of the weapons range, at least we hope so, for their sake, of the main guns, because they're going to be facing at least one and possibly two of those very large guns. And, I've just been told that the Shank have actually, they've called off. They have surrendered. They have sent the flare, and we're receiving it right now. They're actually saying, oh yeah, we're done. That's a human phrase. Regardless, that leaves just the Thylene against the humans. The humans are trying desperately to move their vehicles, trying to get them on a run, to get them back towards their ships. Oh, I don't know if they're going to actually have enough time. Last time that this happened, they barely got there within time to actually help themselves out. They would have lost at least one of their dropships if that was the case. that they couldn't get there in time, but it looks like the Thylene are going to be bringing some really heavy weapons. But that is not the major story here. The major story is the town is moving. I'm not even kidding, ladies and gentlemen. The town is actually moving. The buildings themselves are moving. It seems as though everything from the school to the church has begun to move. It's odd, folks. We have not ever seen this. I don't know what's going on. Was this an old self-defense measure that was here? We're trying to get as much as we can on it, folks, as possible, but this is just crazy. This is nuts. What? No, they didn't. They didn't. They couldn't have. Folks, they just weaponized an entire set of buildings. They have walkers that are actually transforming and coming up and walking towards the humans. Some of these tower as high, if not taller, than the human egg-shaped dropship. This is absolute insanity. This is lunacy. This is genius. Look at the weapons on this thing. They get even close enough, and there's nothing that's going to stop the human dropships from getting torn asunder. And it looks like, yes, the humans are desperately trying to run in, get as close as they possibly can. And I don't know if they're going to be able to get back in time, folks. It is just absolute lunacy as we see a building walking with some major firepower attached to it. Seems like they're trying to spin it up. And, oh, what is that? Hey, bring the camera in. Bring the little human walkers have actually moved in. They're fast. They actually came in, and it looks like they're actually trying to, yet they are coming up behind them. It seems like they're able to do this without getting sighted. Somehow they're able to use the dunes to their advantage. Somehow they're not being spotted as they're in. They're weaving in and out through the enemy formation. The enemy formation seems to have trouble figuring out where to shoot, and it seems like the humans are launching some sort of, is that a rocket? They're just launching rockets into each of the enemies, but nothing's exploding. What the hell? All I know, ladies and gentlemen, is that it's landing and it's blinking. I don't know what's going on. If this is what I think it is, the Thylene are in trouble. They might want to scatter very, very quickly, and it looks like the human small light vehicles are running away as fast as they can. They have gotten away, and it looks like they are catching some sort of ordnance fire. But it seems like the Thylene are keeping formation. They have had to slow down because these gigantic walkers are just so slow. I don't know what their plan was with this, but it looks like, yeah, it looks like the cannons are moving for the humans. And, okay, they're doing something I wasn't expecting. They have actually lifted off the other dropship on the other side, and it is spinning around. It's only lifted about 20 meters off the ground, but it is spinning. I don't know how they're doing this, folks. I thought, what? Oh, folks, it looks like they're going to be facing 3 cannons. If they just got painted and marked their targets, then the humans can actually see this. And as I'm looking, and I can see air support taking off like mad from the human side. It looks like they're trying to rally up at least several hundred meters up. Correction. Looks like several tens of thousands of meters up. What the? Wow, they're getting very, very vertical. It looks like they're massing everyone together up there. I don't know what they're waiting on, folks. I really don't know, but this is going to be very, very interesting because if they do not fire soon, they're going to be within range of the big guns of that walking cathedral or whatever the hell it is, and they're pretty much done. They're going to be done because I don't think, I'm looking at that cannon, folks, and it looks like nothing's going to be able to remain standing if that thing gets a bead on you and fires. It is absolute craziness. I don't know what's going on. It looks like each side is trying to get ready as fast as possible. The ship has landed and is adjusting its guns. And, yep, there they go. There they go. They have just fired all their cannons. And I don't know if they're tracking. The Thylene has begun to fire its own mortars over, but I don't know if they have the range. As far as I know, the human cannons on their ships, their range is, yes. Aside from that, I don't know what they're going to be able to do. And yes, there is a splash happening, and they are, oh, there goes at least 2 of their walkers. They're done. They're down. And ejection pods are up, but it looks like the major walker is still there. And yet the humans are firing again. This time they are launching from their ships a whole bunch of their missiles, and they are going up in complete volleys. They're not saving any ordnance for later, that's for sure. They're coming from every single ship, arching around, and they're leaving streaks up through the sky as they go up and arc over across. And you can see, we know human systems track very, very well. And oh, great maker, they're landing just as the next round of ordnance from the main cannons do. And it looks like the walking, whatever the hell, the worship area is just, it took one right to the face. Oh, right to the face. It seems like it's staggering a little bit. It has a few others with it. And it seems like yet one just got struck in the leg, and the leg has completely separated. Well, I guess that's what happens when the legs are that skinny. Holy jeez, I don't even know how it was still standing on a leg that was still skinny like that, but it's down, it's going down, please don't tell me it's gonna, it landed on its buddies. It just landed on him. And everything just blew up. Oh, jeez, Lord, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how else to say it, but they just got slapped on the butt by someone who had them in a clinch. It's just, it's terrible. Another one just went down. The first one, the first giant walker of a building took another round to the face, and the face just exploded. I don't know what the hell they are planning on this. It looks like they're getting ready to fire their main guns, though. The humans are going to be taking some hits, but no, they're not, because here come their walkers. Here comes their walkers. They're firing everything they can. Everything, and I mean everything. Their missiles are going out in huge, massive volleys. Their autocannons are just blasting out like crazy, and the energy weapons are firing at the same time. A complete strike with all their alpha weapons are firing at the same time, cutting through the thylene like they're not even there. It's tearing in each of their walkers. Each of these has armor that's at least capable of taking hits from a battleship, and the humans are cutting through it. There goes another one, and all the ejection pods into the sky. The humans are coming in. Please tell me he's not gonna. He did. He just stepped on one. He just, jeez, he crushed it like a freaking bug. And my apologies for my insectoid friends, but seriously, something with an exterior shell just got crunched underfoot. What else am I supposed to say? With that, I don't know if they have any missiles left, but it seems as though they're not firing their big guns anymore. Maybe they're just afraid they're going to actually strike onto their walkers. They still have one of these walking buildings to take care of, and it was the largest one. I don't know what its plan is, but it's, oh boy. I don't know what it can do. What do you mean? Look up. What do you mean? Son of a... jeez, there they come. Their air support has come in, and they are firing their ordnance like crazy. Everything is coming out, leaving huge streaks through the sky. It is actually difficult to get a good vision as there is so much smoke in the air as it's coming down. I don't think the giant colossus can actually see it, and geez, some of them have actually pierced through inside. I don't think they went to the... Holy shit! They just exploded inside. Some of these came right down through the shoulders and have actually struck inside. There goes one of the arms completely blown off. The other one seems like the pelvis just exploded. Either they have some sort of massive penetrator, or this giant robot just farted so much it blew its own pelvis apart. Down it goes. It is going down. Look out below. It just landed on a whole bunch of others. I don't know if any humans got caught up in that, but it seems like they are tearing everything apart. The thylene are not going to surrender until the last one is destroyed, and it looks like we're not going to wait too much longer as the last walker is charging in. It has actually jumped on one of these mechanical monsters, and it looks like it's using some sort of claws to try and thrash at it. I don't know what this thing's about to do. It's grabbing a hold of it. Wait a minute, it's hugging it? It is actually hugging it. It is actually squeezing it so much you can... we can actually hear it from here. It is actually crushing everyone inside. And yeah, it just sparked, it just dropped, and yes, the mechanical behemoth let it go. And what the hell? It hit it with flame. It hit it with flame in a desert planet. Everybody inside better get out of there. They're going to cook. They're going to roast. I hope somebody brought the butter. And there goes the ejection pods. And the games are over, folks. The Thylene do not have to surrender at this point, as all their walkers have been removed from the field. They are done. They are completely done. They have been told to evacuate as soon as they retrieve their personnel. Oh, with that, the Galactic Wargames have ended, and again, the humans have come out on top. Folks, I cannot explain how crazy that was. And as a bonus, we have just been told, I'm getting everything right now on my data pad. Yes, we are about to have a human in here to explain what they thought of this Galactic Wargames. So we are not done, folks. We are not done, and I can see him coming in. That wonderful, strong bipedal walk they have. And I expected a smile on his face, but he does not look happy. Thank you. Thank you for sitting down with me, Commander. And I appreciate you spending time with us. And I would like to express my gratitude and my congratulations on winning another Galactic Wargames. I can't wait to see the next one. There's not going to be a next one. Excuse me? We're not coming to the next one. Well, why wouldn't you? What's the point? We've already shown that we could kick everybody's ass. It'd be like coming back when you've won something 50 million times just to win it again. Besides, we have bigger issues than your games. Well, what type of issues? What could possibly keep you away from the Galactic Wargames since you do so well? I didn't even see a single one of your walkers fall. Well, put it this way. Do you know what a bully is? I can't say that I know what one is. Alright. A bully is someone who uses intimidation to pick on those weaker than them. However, it is only a matter of time before this bully brings all those around them against that one person because they are intimidating everyone. And eventually, that bully not only gets his ass kicked, but that bully usually ends up either dead or in the hospital. Well, no one would really think that you're being a bully. They would if we came back again. But well, can we at least speak about this war game? What was your plan during this war game? Can we at least do that? Yes, we can. But I don't have a lot of time, so we're going to have to leave it fairly quickly. So give me your questions. Well, all right. What was the command you gave to actually use the cannons like that? Fire for effect. Was there anything else? Yeah, grid coordinates. I don't understand the question. Well, okay. Here's a better one. When you saw the large shank four-legging walkers who were able to actually take some of the missile hits, were you actually nervous? Of what? We had these in a movie a long time ago. Something extremely similar. Granted, we didn't have any air power with anything to like grapple them with, but we know where the weak points are. How could you possibly understand the weak points if you didn't design this? Because to be ready for any type of conflict, you have to analyze everything. Any possible outcome. Oh, well, we seem to have not a lot of time, but let me ask you this. At least explain to me what was going through everyone's head and why they suddenly moved towards the walking buildings of the Thylene. What was the order that came out that made everyone focus on them so completely that they almost ran their vehicles to the point where they wanted to explode? Because we saw that each of the weapon systems was actually glowing hot. And on a desert planet, you cannot cool it down. You can't. So, and you risk your ammo blowing up. It's called cooking off. You risk your ammo cooking off. So why would you desperately run at them like that? What was the command given? Oh, simple. It's a trap. that was it. We don't need any more. And my time's over. So I do appreciate you all letting us compete in the war games. It was fun for a while. But at least for us, it's not fun anymore. Maybe we'll come back for the regular games, but we are never going to come back for the war games. If we, well, let me put it to you this way. We humans don't really play war. We just fight it. Well, can you, is that the reason why you were so good at it? Yeah. You all play for some sort of pride, some sort of honor. We're concerned with, well, winning. Well, thank you, Commander, for your time and for your great insight. Perhaps we will see you again at the next games. I can only hope that one day you will come back to the Galactic War Games. It was a pleasure talking to you. I just want to put this out to everyone. We appreciate the invitation. But again, we will not be competing in the next War Games. However, if you will allow us to bring our actual best competitors, we'll be gladly be bringing our own people for the normal Galactic Games. Alright, well, you heard it here. And thank you again, Commander, and you all have a good day. This has been the Galactic War Games. This has been your host, Torantasi-san, signing off.